Hello everybody, it's Last Chase. Welcome back to Etrian Odyssey. Last time we explored all of basement floor 10 and learned about the monster that resides here at the very bottom of the one place here I haven't explored. This place here is locked and I can't do anything about that right now. But there's a monster there that blocks the way to the third stratum. Only 2 other adventurers have gotten to that. Will we be the next group to... Will we be the first actual group to do that? We're going to find that out today. The 10th floor, as you tread through the second stratum, a voice reaches your ears. Wondering who it could be, you investigate and spy 2 female adventurers further in. The warrior woman, Rin, and the flame-haired Shalaka. What are they doing here? Piqued by curiosity, you consider heading in the direction to speak to them. Let's go do that. Apparently they are guarded by birds. Hey, look, you can't write this stuff, I guess. You know, expect the unexpected, I guess, you know? As you continue deeper into the room, you see a familiar pair. Ah, so it was you. I wasn't expecting you to make it down this far. This is the deepest part of the second stratum. A rather dangerous place. The Jungle King, a monster responsible for many deaths on the 10th floor, dwells here. The Rata must be sending sacrificial lambs to try to unblock further exploration. Rin falls silent for a moment, looking at you with curiosity. Interesting that they picked Zephyr. I hope they chose wisely. Shaking her head, Rin takes a bottle of medicine from her pack and hands it to you. Take this. It's a medicine processed from plants deep in the forest. You'll need it. As you accept the gift, Rin shifts her gaze further deeper within the forest. Cernunnos, king of the jungle. Its lairs nearby. Proceed with caution. The forest proves too much for you. Come back here whenever you're injured. You thank the 2 adventurers and return to your hunt for the Jungle King. Get Amrita too? The king of the jungle dwells beyond here. They bid you good luck. After the tact-turn greeting, Rin sprinkles some shining droplets on you. Fully recovered. This is made from the spring water you know so well. Drink before challenging the beast. As soon as the water slides down your throat, you feel your stamina replenished. You express your thanks to the 2 adventurers and resume your journey through the jungle. Sorry if you can hear my chair and whatnot. It's a squeaky thing, and I don't know how to fix it. But yeah, question. Why don't we just do that to the fountain on the 8th floor? I feel like that would be very beneficial. We don't do that. Also, I gained a level. Yeah. There's really not much else I'm going to go for here. I might go for War Cry or Hell Cry, but I don't see the point right now. Almost to Smite. That'll be next level. But one thing I haven't really shown yet is a pull-on. I just kind of thought about this. I don't think I've shown it off yet, so perfect time to try it. We're going to need more healing in the middle of fighting, so that's going to be very, very useful. Peace Ballad is going to get a pretty big boost because level 5, so hopefully that'll make it somewhat viable rather than like the one. You know, the 1 to 2 TP that it's recovering right now, it's not enough to make it worth it. Well, in short fights. Longer fights, a lot more valuable. As you walk through the jungle, you sense a powerful presence from deeper inside. Such an aura could only come from the king of the jungle, Cernunnos. Your pulse quickens as you gaze upon the door, mentally checking your preparedness. Preparedness indeed. Let's heal. It's 3 TP. I'll be able to recover it because I'm going to use Peace Ballad here. just to make sure I can stay on the offense a bit more, rather than bravery. But no, bravery's pretty good too. I'm gonna do the immunized defender tactic, of course, because of course I am at this point. Why would I not? But let's look at the inventory. 2 Amarita 2s, a Soma as an emergency heal, a couple nectars, and the Bravant, but I don't know if I'll use it. As you continue through that winding foliage, you reach a small natural clearing. In its center stands a grotesque monster, unlike any you have yet seen. Its gaze falls upon you, and you feel an overwhelming aura as it lopes forward. It can be none other than Cernunnos, king of the jungle. Stand and slay the demon. I wanted to let it start up a little bit on itself. Fire to volley into the sky. Tornado! Do I feel like I'm going to need the front guard? I'd rather go on a little bit on the hits here. Make sure you always keep your buffs up, especially with the build I have. Alright. Keep the offense. So a pull-on basically is you use 1 turn, and then 3 turns later, you'll be able to attack pretty decently hard. That's basically what it is. Like that? Just keep it going. Actually, hold up. I haven't really gotten hit that hard, so... One more volley. Defender. And we're going to just reapply those buffs because we should. Now, anything to keep the offense going pretty good. Let's just salve just to double check. And there we go. We get the Sharp Horn. And 8,000 experience. Overall, I made that fight look pretty easy. You can tell how Defender Immunized combo is a little overpowered. Just a little good. You fought Cernunnos and the Coroller. Basically what he was supposed to be doing was, if you don't take out the roller enemies fast enough, he'll probably throw them at you and deal a ton of damage. I beat them because I kind of saw what was going to happen there, because that's not the first time I've seen that strategy. Because that's a strategy that's employed a lot in later Etrian Odyssey games, where they kind of combo attack you. So, whenever you kind of realize, oh, that's their tactic, you know you got to get rid of them pretty quickly, or else you're going to eat a lot of pain. But yeah, 300 damage for a pull-on like that's not bad. Anyways, to the Azure Rainforest of the 3rd Stratum. A mysterious cerulean wood. I just wanted to let the music play a little bit, okay? I always kind of like the stratum changes music because it always feels like you're really making progress. I don't know. You slowly step into the azure sea of trees. You wonder if you should return to the Rada before commencing exploration here. You may have some advice on journeying through this new and unknown stratum. Whoops. Okay, fine, I'll do that game, jeez. But not before finding new enemies! Anyways, the Death Ant and the Tree Frog. I don't remember what these guys do. Show. They die. No drops. Unfortunate. Oh well. Let's return. Anyways, let's report our success to the Rada Hall. It appears you've eliminated Cernunnos, that monster in the jungle. Good show. We're all very grateful. That monster's been a constant thorn in the Rada's side. It seems only yesterday that you arrived in Etrian. You've become quite strong. Thanks to you, we can finally investigate further and glimpse again glimpse the third stratum. To show our gratitude for your excellent work, we have a small reward for you. 3,500 intel. As a result of your hard work, the third stratum is again open to us. We plan to immediately begin research on the floors we couldn't previously access. Still, we know very little of the area. We'll have to draw up maps first. We placed a number of soldiers on the task, but to tell the truth, we're a bit unsure of their reliability. What say you? Since you're able to defeat the Jungle King, will you be willing to assist them? New mission is now available. Oops. Let's do that in the newfound stratum. Congrats on reaching the Azure Rainforest and its unknown regions. We'd like you to create precise maps for basement floor 11 and basement floor 12. I see you've undertaken the mission. Let me to explain the details to you. Even we in the Rada don't know much about the 11th and 12th floors of the labyrinth. In the past, supposedly there were those who ventured often into that stratum, but there were no surviving records of who they were or what they found there. So we've tasked a number of soldiers with mapping the unknown floors. It appears the burden of investigating the new area is too heavy for them. Please, support them in their attempts to complete the maps of the 2 floors. And we should! But first, let's go get some new gear. Mostly weapon because we're pretty much going to want that pretty badly. The Viking and the Hindi! Let's go get them! 57 attack, 5 strength, and 2 vitality. Totally worth it. Oh. Small combat bow made from the Jungle King's horn. 49 attack and 4 attack. The attack I don't really care about on this thing. If this was later Etrian schemes, the 4 attack would actually be very beneficial for a troubadour. Because you could multi-class and things like that. You don't get those options in the first game, okay? Let's see what else is in the Golden Deer pub. There's a lot. Okay, yeah. Well, I'll have to work on these here in due time. In the meantime, I'm not doing too bad. The place wasn't really that heavy for me, so let's go! But first, just in case if something does happen, we're just going to go into a different save slot, like that one. Just in case if, like, the recording fails and things like that. You know how that works, right? Maybe. More ants. Preemptive strikes makes this too easy. But, yeah, you can kind of tell I'm just going to not handle too much differently for quite the rest of the game. I will change builds a little bit, but that's mostly for my launch neck. But yeah, the ants give a thing called the steel bone. Oh, in your journey through these forests, a tinted blue who has the ocean, you encounter a soldier. The worry ceasing his brow lifts when he sees you, and he smiles as he greets you. You're the adventurer sent by the rod on them. Mission down here? No. We've been working towards meeting the skilled warriors who fought the king of the jungle. You've heard them? We are ordered to map the corridors of basement floor 11 and basement floor 12. These dreadful beasts, these twisted passages, we're at wit's end. I tell you, sure is relief to have some help from the fine members of Zephyr. The soldier fishes through his pack, producing a parchment. It isn't much, but here's the result of my work so far in mapping this floor. The soldier hands you his hand-drawn map. I trust you'll have no problems filling in the rest. Barely affording you a glance as he leaves, the soldier walks briskly back home. Taking the soldier's partially completed map in hand, you continue your exploration, as he fills in the map a little bit for you. Not a ton, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. I mean, he could have put the wall there. I mean, I guess... I don't know. Anyways, we're fighting more ants. And I preemptively attack them, so the ants kind of just fall over like, well, ants. I mean, I don't think anything is going to be different with the tree frog. He just attacks. Oh, you know what I should do? Yeah, you get the gum throat. That's its drum. That's one of its drums. I think there's another one. I don't remember. Now we're going to start getting to the point where I don't remember everything super well. But I do know there is dangerous stuff here. Alright, you know, let's do the reference. The tree frog. A large frog native to the forest. Adventurers with any experience should have no problems. Except there is two. Weak to electricity and crushing attacks. We don't have any crushing attacks yet. Well, technically we do with Janice's staff attack, but we'll have a better one here very, very soon. Well, let's just say it's a thing I've been working on. Yeah, more tree frogs. Oh, I'll keep these in here. They're not too bad. Yeah, I thought Cernunnos would have been a lot bigger of a threat for me. Kind of really wasn't that much, but I think that's because I had my build pretty much set for a while. I think he has a weakness I don't remember, though. I think it's fire? I don't remember. I'll have to look. But anyways, found a chest, and it contains a Medica 4, which I don't really feel like I need the Medicas very much. I feel like the Medicas are a good idea if you want to do a Medicless run, but I don't really see the point of doing Medicless run. Medics are just too useful in the first game. Yeah, them Protectors are, like, in my opinion, like, the two best classes in this game. Well, that and Survivalists. Those are, like, the three classes where I feel like you kind of want them no matter what in this game. Wait until the next game and you'll see a lot of things change. If I ever get to Etrian Odyssey 2, Etrian Odyssey 2 is... It doesn't mesh as well with how I play. I still like the games, but I still like Etrian Odyssey 2. It's the one I probably grew up with the most, which is actually kind of funny, as it's... no, I think I've mentioned it before, but Etrian Odyssey 2 is a very hyper-aggressive game where you gotta... Or if you don't keep up with the aggression and the things the game gives you, it's a bit of a problem. Anyways, the Madworm. It has googly eyes. I don't know why that thought came to me at first like that, but it is that. It also just kind of just exploded. Don't ask how that happened. As you walk the labyrinth's passages, you stop, feeling something odd beneath your feet. Rusted sword and shield are buried here. They must be the remains of expired adventurers. Fortunately, the atmosphere has not been kind to them, and they appear unusable. I wonder if that would be something important to keep in mind. At the end of the walkway of trees stands a soldier who seems to be at his wit's end. Upon hearing you call out, the soldier turns on joyously. All this haul got me out here mapping this floor. I'm at the end of my rope out here. Can't take another step. I'll give you what I've done so far. Maybe you could finish it? The soldier takes out a parchment and thrusts it into your hands. Oh yeah, before you forget, my buddy told me there's a lot of pitfalls on this floor. Watch your step out there, okay? I mean that. Quick protest, the soldier turns and walks away very quickly. Terrified soldiers, map in hand, continue through the forest. An interesting spot over there. We'll probably have to look at that here in due time. Alright, let's give this thing an actual look here. A long, thin earthworm that lives under the soil. Its mucus-covered skin reflects attacks. Doesn't seem to. Because it just kind of dies. It does have a drop. Like, pretty much everything in this game. Yeah, drop rate in this game. Yeah, questionable. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's so hard to tell if there's anything special around here, like a wall that I can, you know, like go through. Ooh, yeah, there's FOEs here. I think the funny thing is my build's kind of so far on track that I don't think I need to worry about FOEs too much on this floor. I think I can actually get away by fighting them. I don't know if I will do that or not, but we'll see. We'll see when I get to that. Oh, mining. Yeah, this will be useful. Due time. Second party. It has been a bit since I've used my second party. Not that that's a too big of a deal, but it's mostly my gathering party. I think I already know what's going to happen here. Just looking at the time. Floor gives way as you realize you've stumbled into a booby trap! Oh no! Here, before I do that... Oh, yeah. Like, world, hold up. Map. Okay. Proceed. Ah! Small crack is visible. The wall of trees before you, but you cannot pass through. I don't know. I feel like that imagery is just a little funny. You're just like, just right on the pitfall. You know, like like the cartoons and whatnot. You're just like, oh. It's like, oh, well, that's awkward. It's like you don't notice it, and then you notice it, and then gravity realizes, like, oh, right, I gotta do a thing. Whoops. Oh, no. Guard ants. They're bigger. And they're probably more mean, I think. Maybe. You can't tell. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. If you can't tell, I'm in a bit of a decent mood. I've been trying to get better about that. You know, trying to motivate myself a little more. Spend more times on hobbies. This being one of them. You know. Oh, before I forget, let's actually analyze them properly. A large ant with lethal mandibles that never strays far from the queen in the forest. Does have an ability, which I think it just does more damage. Usually that's the case. Most of the time. Or at least, you know, whenever it says Crusher. That sounds like that's what it's supposed to do. Alright. Back up we go. Ah, that leads here. So you can probably tell what we're going to be doing for the rest of the floor. So, I'm pretty sure you can definitely tell what. Game, let me say a half a sentence, please. Anyways. Well, this is awkward. I was about to say, there's a pitfall here. Yeah, about that pitfall thing, huh? Oh, hey, there's the drop. You get elastic from the earthworms. Don't ask how that works. I don't know myself. It's kind of like the RPG logic where it's like, it might make sense. Maybe. I don't know. Doesn't really. Oh, hey, look at that. That's a level for everyone. Hey, remember one thing I was talking about that I was working on? Not now it's all. Anyways, more importantly, we get Smite, a powerful shield. Strike at high levels may bind enemies' arms. Bind is honestly the thing I care the least about here. Anyways, let's finish off a pull on. And let's work on South. Anyways, door time. I think I know what this is, but we're going anyways! Oh, that is not what I thought it was. In the depths of the forest, you find the encountered Ronin, alone for once. He notices you as well and turns to speak with you. So, you've reached the third stratum, you've come far. But what is it you seek? And stares coldly at you, waiting your answer. You ponder the question. How will you answer? To solve the mysteries, to become the strongest, to kill time. I say to solve the mysteries. The mysteries of Yggdrasil, the reason for the labyrinth's existence. You're certainly not the only explorers seeking to unravel these enigmas. Faint smile creases this harsh warrior's woman's faces before she continues. Hear me then. Etrian was once a small frontier town, in the days before the labyrinth was discovered. But ever since then, it's become a boomtown with an influx of adventurers. What do you think will happen to Etrian once the mysteries of the labyrinth are solved? Rin's cold stare remains locked to your eyes, though she is testing you. You'll do what you must, I suppose. You are to continue down this road. Rin pauses, producing a weathered scroll from her belongings. Then consider where such a road must eventually lead. If, after doing so, you decide to continue, the secret scroll of the Ronin will be of use. Rin hands you the scroll, turns to leave, and pauses before she disappears into the foliage. The road you walk and mine, they will meet again. Until then, take care. With that, she is gone. You give her words, thought as you return to your investigation. You obtain the old scroll. Well, before we continue on, why don't we see what that old scroll's for? But before we go any further, let's sell some stuff. Will probably be useful. The gum whip, the gum helm. I don't think I want any of that. But let's check the gum helm. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, was more useful than I thought it would be. But let's go to the Explorers Guild. In the land of the edge of the continent, there are those who participate in an ancient martial art. They are called Ronin, and their katana skills can beat out even our most experienced warriors. I don't know where you got it, but with that old scroll, you can register Ronins now. Go ahead, try it. A new class, the Ronin, can now be created. The Ronin is not a class I care about. You get it at a decent time, and it can be better than a launch neck, but I don't see the point because you would have to train them again from level 1 to the point where you are now, and I don't see the point. Maybe later on if you want to do something like that. In theory, a Ronin can do more damage than a launch neck. That's the only real replacement a Ronin can ever do. Ronin's not going to replace your Protector. Ronin's not going to be replacing your Survivalist for DPS. There's no reason. There's no way. And later on, my launch neck's going to be in a different build that I would rather use anyways. But the option is there. They're a little awkward to use. Now, in Etrian Odyssey 2, the Ronin comes back, and it's one of the best classes in the game. Etrian Odyssey 2 does a lot of weird things with how they balance the game. Let's just say they took a Smash Brothers approach to rebalancing, if you know what I mean. You know exactly what it is after that. Anyways, we're still working on mapping the 11th and 12th basement floors. Will we be able to? How many more pitfalls will we find? And is there any other more dangers waiting us in the Azure Forest? Find out next time in Etrian Odyssey. This is Last J saying, see you guys later, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.